Hello everyone, I'm LukeLCS, and today I'm going to be showing you how I made this map in Grapple 2 Episode 2. Now this is called CP Violation. Sadly I just didn't feel that there was any action, so the actual song CP Violation didn't really fit. This is a very short map, it's like 3 rooms long. As you can see, I'm just running through it the first time. Now, the original recording of the first variant was incredibly laggy, so I just sped it up. The others are fine, because I recorded them a little bit differently. This is just to kind of give you an idea. So, here we have now the first one. Well, the second one, actually. That was phase 0. Now, this is phase 1. And, this is normal speed. Now, as you can see, I've added lighting. That's pretty much the only thing I've really changed, I think. I think I also added a head crab and vent. So we start off in this room, and I'm just kind of showing off the environment. So I have some dynamic crates and some different objects. Now, these are some really base objects. So that first one was basically just the general level layout. Then I added the lighting next, which I feel is the most important thing in the atmosphere, aside from the general build of the environment. I'd say the lighting is next for sure. Now, we got that sound there to indicate that this guy was here. Originally, there was no sound, and he just walked down. But I felt that that was just a good, nice little indicator, and I thought that the person would watch rather than just rush ahead. And I also placed some props in front of the player to get them to slow down as well. So hopefully they'd see the pistol when he drops it. I just thought that having him getting caught by a barnacle like that, trying to rush down the stairs to get you, and there's the hidden crate there. But just, I thought that would be kind of a neat way to give the player the weapon. And of course, you start off with a crowbar, which falls out of the vent with you. And if you're curious about the vent, I used a trigger push. I used a trigger push to get your character moving right off the bat. And as you can see, now when we walk in, that door closes and he walks up to there, and we can see him at the console there. Now there is a pistol on those shelves, just in case you didn't pick up the other one. I just wanted to make sure that you didn't go in, and if you missed the pistol, which might be not necessarily easy, but you know, you might miss it, so I just wanted to give it to you just in case. But yeah, so I think there should be a head crab in the vent this time. There wasn't last time. Yeah, so that was added since that last phase. Other than this, though, everything that I added was purely aesthetic. But yeah. And, yeah, so, okay, let's go through. And apparently I wanted to break these shelves. It was really important to me. But, I only did it the first 2 times. Yep, there's supply crate, and I was actually hoping that maybe you'd notice it. Like, I actually designed the map in such a way so that hopefully you wouldn't notice it when you first went in, because your attention would be drawn to the vent. But if you didn't, maybe you would look at the window and see, oh, there's a supply crate there, like if you happen to go back around. Yep, and there's the little glowing light. It's literally just an ENV light glow right now. And that ENV light glow will actually stay there and be exactly the same. But yeah, there's like nothing in this hallway, it's just completely empty. And we do the door, and it fades out, and then it disconnects you. Okay, now we're on to phase 2. Yeah, phase 2, and as you saw just now, the crowbar actually fell. It was actually sitting on top of a little funk brush. I'm pretty sure it was a funk brush that I deleted just before you fell out of the vent, so that it would you wouldn't get it right away. Instead, it would like fall out of the vent with you, kinda. So I thought that was kind of neat. And so it's just breaking stuff and moving stuff around again. But yeah, so as you can see now, I've added textures to the map. And as you can see, it makes all the difference in the world. Yeah, so I just added textures. And in my other map that I've been working on, it's like 75% complete now. I have most of the main level, and then I also have an outside area, but there's like, it's like kind of like a parking lot, but I plan to have a forest built around it. But, it's about 75% complete. And it is, I haven't actually worked on it in a while, but I really should get back to that. Yep, door closing, you can see him walking up there again. And so yeah, that's that. And I can just go and grab those. Now, what happened? I know I was about to say something. I can just think what I was gonna say. I might as well tell you that you can download the map in the description. There's a link in the description to download the map. At the time of recording the voiceover, I don't actually know when. I don't know exactly how the method of download I will use, but it should be a easily workable method of download. So whatever site you use to download it, yeah, the link to that is in the description. Yeah. But I just added textures, really, in this round. And still nothing in this hallway. Oh, right, I was gonna say, in the other map, that is about 75% complete. It's a lot longer, though. Like, this is a much shorter one. What I did, was I tried to make every room have somewhat unique textures. This map, I was more okay with having the same textures throughout. And actually, I kind of like the effect better. I'm not gonna like completely retexture the other map I did, or maybe I will. Probably won't though. Usually when I'm done with the section, I don't like to come back to it, and it's not too bad. It looks fine. You know, it doesn't look too different, but it's a little bit easier and actually maybe in some ways a little bit more coherent. It makes a little bit more sense if you use the same thing a lot. Now in this one, I'm pretty sure this is the final stage 3. I'm pretty sure. And I just added in props, just various detail objects, nothing that really affects gameplay, nothing that really affects mood too much, but really just little detail props like the pipes and the different things that you just saw in the room before. And other than that, the map is pretty much exactly the same. So, and I think I'm gonna go back. This is a detail. You may not have noticed it up till this point, but there were no light models. I honestly feel like that's one of those minor details. Like, it doesn't really matter too much where the light is coming from. What matters is that it's coming from, I'm sorry. It doesn't really matter too much the thing that the light is coming from. What matters is the light itself, is what I was trying to say. I completely butchered what I wanted to say. Just slaughtered the words I wanted to use. But, it's like, to me, it's sort of an afterthought, the actual model of the light. To me, it's more important what the light actually is, and there's some nice little bottles there you can break. So you kind of have that. But, so yeah. And I just kind of go through the vent again. And I'm sorry about the vent textures. I know they suck. They're completely messed up and mismatched. It was really hard, okay? I did my best. I'm not the best at texturing. I'm kind of a mapping amateur. I'll admit it. But, you know, I did my best. You know, and most of the other texturing is pretty okay. So, hopefully it's at least semi-acceptable. Sort of, maybe, kinda, not really. But yeah, so that's that. Then we go here, and this is the biggest change. As you can see, the feeling and the atmosphere of this little hallway is completely changed. It is full of stuff and different objects. I have a little box with like sparks there, a little power box, and I have the door there, and there's a barrel. And the barrel wasn't actually placed that way. Also, the vent earlier on, you know how like the vent cover is kind of off? That actually was an accident. I forgot to set up the vent so it would stay in place until you like tried to break it. And I forgot to set that up, and then it just happened to fall that way, and I'm like, hey, that looks kind of neat. So I just left it that way. Oh, and then there's finally this bonus mode. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with Half-Life 2 MMod. It's a great mod. I've used it. It works on my crummy Windows laptop. So, and I hardly had to turn anything down. I didn't really turn anything down. It only lagged during the Pit of Fire in Ravenholm. And I actually haven't finished replaying through even just Half-Life 2 in it. So I can't confirm that it plays lag-free throughout most of the game, only some of it. But a happy majority of what I've played, there's been like pretty much no lag, and I haven't tried to turn any graphics down at all. and I even turned them quote unquote up in a few places. So this is just kind of the M-Mod, sorry, I just was curious what it would be like if I ran it in Half-Life 2 M-Mod. So, essentially all I had to do is, you see, M-Mod actually goes ahead and it pulls the files from, Half-Life 2. So, like, the maps you have in your Half-Life 2 maps folder, they will be playable. So, mods that use their own directory, you'd have to, like, port them or something, and not all mods would really work with M-Mod, but I can definitely tell you that, in particular, if you just make a map and you stick it in the maps folder of Half-Life 2 Episode 2 or whatever game you want to play, whatever game the map is for, and then run the M-Mod version of that, and then go ahead and open it using the developer console, it will run. So I just kind of figured that part out, and it worked. So yeah, so I just thought I'd play an M-Mod just to see what it would look like. Which is actually why I made it, because I actually made it with the idea of going, hey, maybe I could make something and then run it in M-Mod, and I'm like, wait a minute, M-Mod doesn't have its own Hammer version, like Black Mesa does, and I was expecting it to, but it doesn't, and that's because it takes from the Half-Life 2 directory, or Episode 2 directory, or Episode 1 directory, depending on, of course, which one you're playing. But, yeah, so I was just kind of curious what it would look like, and this is what it looks like. And it's pretty cool. As you can see, the blood stains on the door don't look right, so that's a little annoying. Kills my OCD. But other than that, it looks great. So yeah, that was just kind of a little bonus round. And that's pretty much, I think, most of what I can say about this map. I hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead, play the map, and enjoy that too if you want. I just hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, all this stuff. And thanks for watching. Bye.